right, True Crew. How you doing? Russell True Results 303.com. Check out the website, link in the description box. Mind, Body, Spirit, Fitness. Put in the healing back in health. Don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Plus the podcast is out there. Links down below. So, True Crew, coming at you today real quick with a video on things to remember when training fasted, right? I made a video called Why You Should Train Fasted. I love training fasted, personally, right? Quick overview of the last video. Why do I like training fasted? Just because if you're training, they say if you train in those harsh conditions, you'll be ready for those harsh conditions when you encounter them during your events, during life, whatever. It's just mentally and physically strengthening you for anything that happens. So I like training fasted. I've come to realize that, a good 2-hour workout, I've been doing little mini triathlons here just at the gym while I'm getting ready for my half Ironman. And, that would be my little mini triathlon I'm doing is a 20-minute swim, an hour bike ride, and a 40-minute run. And I can do that, that's 2 hours. I can do that pretty consistently, and I can do fine with that. I've done Spartan races, which are not as intense, right? And I've been able to do those pretty much fasted as well. Sometimes, drink some water and things like that. But one thing to remember is there is a certain point where you're going to hit a wall, right? There's a certain point, and this just happened to me yesterday during my bike ride. I hit that wall. I was freaking done. So I went on a 3-hour bike ride, which ended up being about 47 miles, right? And for that 47 miles, I didn't drink any water. I did absolutely nothing. I just biked. Boom, right? And it was here. I'm from Colorado, for those who don't know. So Colorado, going up to Boulder and back. And I went there and back, and it was my fastest time ever, which for some is not a fast time, but it was an hour 29 minutes there and back. And then to get there and back again, it ended up taking about an hour 40, right? And right about halfway there is I hit the first really, really big hill. And once I got up that big hill, I went down. There was another little hill, and I was just toast, man. But it was supposed to be a 3-hour bike ride, right? So then I had to hit that next big hill. And then there's a big hill that takes you down. And then when you come back, you have to go back up that big hill. And I was just done, And I realized, about that 2-hour mark is about when I'm done. If I don't have any, at least water. Next time I'm going to try it with just water. I'm not, because I'm trying to do the minimalist thing. Because when you're in these races, they're like, oh, you need electrolytes, you need carbohydrates, you need proteins, you need all these different things to keep you fueled. But I'm trying to fuel myself with as little as possible. So this time I'm going to do my 3-hour bike ride. And I'm just going to make sure I take some water. A sip of my water and see how things go, right? So I'm going to work my way up slowly, but you've got to understand that there is going to be a time when you hit the wall, and then you're going to have to adjust. And I've understood now that a 3-hour bike ride on these huge hills, or at least they seem huge, is about my limit. 2 hours, I was still good. I could hit the 2 hour, but about 2:15, 2:20, I was done. So this next ride, I'm going to be trying to add water. I'm going to see how that goes. If that once again breaks me down, now I know I need to add these electrolytes and things in there. But just remember, you're going to hit a wall in some way, shape, or form. So maybe if it's something you're going to experiment with, especially in these endurance races, maybe the best bet is to take that water and just don't use it. But in reality, like they say, you're going to, once you've hit that wall, it's pretty much over, and you're not going to be able to come back from it usually. That's my understanding, and I'll find out soon enough when I'm starting to do these things. So next, I'm just going to start adding water. Then from there, I'll start adding electrolytes and things like that. But for now, I think I'm just going to go with the water and see what happens next time. But just remember, you're going to hit that wall. And depending on where you are in this workout, I'm just glad I hit that wall on the way back. And I was able to make it. Because to tell you the truth, man, my legs, I don't know if it was cramping, what it was. I was just in straight pain. It was horrible, but I made it through it. And just be warned, there is a wall when you train in this fasted mode. So I've pretty much come to the realization that that 2 hour mark is about it. I can't go any further than that. and then just work from there. Kind of work backwards from there. But just be careful because, of course, dangerous things can happen once you become dehydrated and all these different things. And that's something that you don't want to have to encounter a trip to the hospital when you are performing and exercising in a fasted state. Like I said, if it's just anything under an hour, you're in the gym, whatever, you're probably okay. But this one, I was literally an hour away from my vehicle, from anything like that. So at least my lady was biking with me, and I was in front of her the whole time. So eventually she would have found me. And there's bikers everywhere, so if anything would have happened, you're in good hands, most likely. So, something to think about. Training fasted, I do agree with it. I do enjoy it, but just remember, difficult times might come about. So, once again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there. Subscribe to this channel, share and like these videos.